All right, everybody, welcome to Oscars Mondays here on Emit One. That is right, we are going to be going over the screenplay categories this Monday, and I'm going to be giving you my top 5 nominations for each category for this year's upcoming Oscars in March of 2024. So, without any further ado, let's get right on into it. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Tyson, and we are here to talk about movies. That's right, we do movie reviews and movie trailer reactions. We cover major movie news on our Emit One podcast. We do movie rankings, and of course, we do these very Oscar Mondays. And if that sounds interesting to you guys, please check us on out and subscribe. We're on the way to 1,000 subscribers, and I would love to have you guys along for that journey. All right, with that done and out of the way, let's get on into it. Now, before I do, I want to say, obviously I do these Oscar predictions for the upcoming Oscars. Would you guys like that I kind of separate it by a category for each video? Or do you kind of like it when I just go all in and do all the categories under one video? Or do you like that I give it a little bit more time when I do separate videos? So let me know your thoughts on that down below so I can kind of know what you guys think, and then I can help change or keep the same my Oscar format when I cover it for this year. So, all right, let's get into it with Best Original Screenplay starting on off. And these are the nominees I currently have. Yeah, it may sound crazy, but right now for Best Original Screenplay, I got Barbie at number 1, you know? Wow, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think it's going to win. I'm not certain right now that it's like the favorite, but when I do these nominations, I'm saying who will for sure get nominated under this category. So I'm 100% sure that Barbie's going to get nominated, so that is why it's number 1 here. Do I think it has a winning shot? Yes, it has a winning shot. Do I think it's going to win right now? No. But I don't have enough faith in some of the other ones to put it above Barbie at this moment. I think the hype is really going to help Barbie all the way through this award season. And the thing about Barbie is it's written by both Noah Baumbach and Greta Gerwig. And I think the Academy would probably love to give them both an Oscar for, the same movie and seeing their speech, because speeches do matter for these award wins. And I think that could play into Barbie's chances here. Not saying it doesn't deserve it, because I do think it's a pretty cool screenplay. I just don't know if the Academy will go for a more so comedy film, because usually that doesn't happen. But I think if any year it's going to, I think Barbie actually will be the exception. That's why I think Barbie's going to get some pretty good award nominations, and I think it could get some pretty good wins in the above-the-line categories. So that's why I have Barbie at number 1 right now, followed by The Holdovers. Every single day, I am more and more excited to see this film. I wasn't so sure about the film when I first saw the first trailer, but then after hearing about it and hearing what it's about and how it's a great family kind of Christmas time film, I'm super excited to see what Alexander Payne has brought to screen with The Holdovers, and I do think that this one is going to start climbing and climbing and climbing as we inch closer to the Academy Awards, meaning I think it's going to get even better and better in those nominations. I think it's going to get better and better in the chances of winning. That is why I have it at number 2 here for Original Screenplay, as I think it's going to do very well at the Oscars overall, and this is one where I see it competing for that win, possibly with Barbie. But number 3, do not count this one out. It is Past Lives, directed by Celine Song, of course. I am very excited to see this movie. I still have not yet. I don't exactly know if I just have to buy it to see it, or if I can rent it anywhere, if it's going to be available on streaming soon. So that's why I'm kind of holding off right now, is because I don't want to pay the $15-20 to, own the movie. But I'm very excited to see this. From everything that I've heard about it, it is a beautiful film. It is still one of the best films, according to a lot of people in this space that I follow. And I think it's still going to do okay at the Oscars, although I think its chances are kind of dwindling as time goes on. But Original Screenplay and Best Picture still is where I see this film getting nominated and getting its love and praise. So that's why I still have it at number 3, and that's why I'm still giving it confidence that it will get nominated and that it has a chance of winning this award as well. Number 4, I have Anatomy of the Fall, or of a Fall, Anatomy of a Fall. And I also, just like Past Lives, I'm excited to see this one. I still have not. From what I have heard when it came out of the Fall Film Festival screenings, it wasn't as great, and it wasn't a great achievement as I think a lot of people were hoping or hearing that it was going to be. So that's a little disappointing to hear, but it's still a really good film. I think it's going to get a good amount of attention during award season, and I think in the screenplay category is where I hear that the film is like the strongest at possibly. So that is why I still have it at here at number 4. Its chances in a lot of categories I feel like are dwindling a little bit, just like past lives, but I think it's going to do pretty well in at least one or two categories. So that's why I'm keeping it in at screenplay, as I still have enough confidence in Anatomy of a Fall. And coming in at number 5, breaking this barrier that I wasn't so sure it would, and that is Maestro. From what I'm hearing about this film, it is that it's really fantastic. It really is. It's a beautiful piece of cinema, and Bradley Cooper has done a fantastic job in front and behind the camera as well. And I also am hearing that the screenplay is pretty dang good from this movie. Have I seen it? No. But am I excited to? Yeah. Do I think it's going to be a bit of a slow burn? I do, and I think that's maybe where... That's why I have it at this 5th slot, is because I'm not confident that it's even going to get nominated. I kind of just threw it in here because I think, even though I'll just talk about my 6 right now, and my 6 is Air. I love Air. It's one of my favorite films of the year. It came out in March, I believe. If not March, then April. No, wait, it came out in April, I think. So it came out in April. Anyway, it's still one of my favorites right now in October. I don't think that Air is going to get a lot of award nominations, and I don't think it's going to get noticed as much. I think it's going to kind of be right on the outside looking in. But one of my favorite parts from Air is the screenplay. I think it's very, very strong, and I do want to put Air. If it was up to me, I would put Air in this top 5, but I'm just not confident enough that it's going to break that barrier, which is why I did put Maestro in at number 5. However, if the Academy feels like to do something kind of, crazy, but in my mind it makes sense, I think Air could get that nomination in the 5th spot, which is why I have it at 6. So I kind of see Air and Maestro possibly competing for that 5th spot. But right now, just because Maestro, I think, I'm pretty confident that it's going to get Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Director, and I think some other technical awards possibly as well. And if your film's in picture, you just have a more up on some of the other films that won't be. So that's why I'm putting in Maestro here at number 5. I gave you my opinion on it. And my number 7 here, May, December, I just kind of have it here to have some other film here. I think this one also is going to be on the outside looking into a lot of awards, but I honestly don't see it breaking into the top 5. I'm kind of confident in this top 6 here. If I'm honestly talking about original screenplay, I kind of think, the top 6 have it. All right, moving on into Best Adapted Screenplay. This film I've had a lot of confidence in from all the buzz I've been hearing when it's been out of the film festivals, and I think it's also going to just be doing better and better and better as time goes on, getting closer to award season and the Oscars. So in number 1, I do have Poor Things. I think Poor Things is, like I said, going to do extremely well. It's coming from the visionary mind of Yorgos Lanthimos, who is directing the film. And, he's always got a good team of writers around him. I think they're going to come up with something special here for Poor Things. But my only holdback is this film is not going to be for everybody. It is definitely going to turn some people off. I do think it's still going to be too weird and out there for people. However, I don't think it's going to be too weird and out there to keep it from getting nominated. I still see this film getting a lot of nominations come Oscars nominations morning. And I am very confident that it will get nominated for Adapted Screenplay, which is why I have it at number 1. At number 2, also very confident, Oppenheimer. It's getting on in here for Screenplay, no question. Directed by Christopher Nolan, written by Christopher Nolan. I mean, obviously based off this phenomenal book, American Prometheus. I just think this screenplay for the film is strong. I don't think it's the best part of the film. I don't walk away saying, oh, the screenplay was fantastic. But, the screenplay was very, very good. And that's why I'm also confident that it's just going to get in here, because Oppenheimer, again, it's going to get a lot of nominations. So I have no doubt that it's going to get on in here. Coming in at number 3, we have American Fiction. As time goes on and I start hearing more and more about this film, and I saw the trailer, I am super excited to see this movie. It looks great. It, of course, won the biggest award in TIFF. I think it's going to climb these ranks, just like Poor Things. I think it's going to just keep getting higher and higher in people's mind. And I definitely see this one doing pretty well come nominations morning. and I'm very confident that American Fiction is going to get in for this Adapted Screenplay Award. And I think it has a chance of winning. I really do. Yes, it's a more of a comedic film, but like I said with Barbie, I think Barbie's going to possibly break some of the comedy barriers and how comedies don't win and stuff. I think Barbie could. I also think American Fiction could have a good chance here as well. So that is why I do have American Fiction in at 3, but I think it has a good shot of winning still. Coming in at number 4, one I do not think has a good chance of winning, but because it's directed by Martin Scorsese, it's going to get in, and that is Killers of the Flower Moon. I saw this movie. I wasn't really a big fan of it. Watch my review up on the channel now. I just think this film is also going to be like The Irishman. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's going to get a lot of nominations, and I don't think it's going to get any wins. If it gets one, it will get one, but I think that's it. So, yeah, it's just in here because it's directed by Martin Scorsese. So, yeah. Number 5, that's the tricky one in here. I'm debating between All of Us Strangers and The Color Purple, but ultimately I think I'm just going to choose All of Us Strangers right now. I don't know much about the film. I haven't seen it yet. I plan on it, but, I kind of just threw one in here. And I think The Color Purple, has a chance, but I think a lot of people are doubting that film when nobody's seen it. It comes out in December. We got to give it a chance here. But it is hard because nobody's seen it. I haven't seen it, obviously, and I do a better job at predicting when I actually see all the films I'm talking about. But when it comes in with this number 5 spot, yeah, I'm just going to put All of Us Strangers here. Color Purple at 6. I think either of those could get it. That is my outlook on Adapted Screenplay, which means that's my outlook on both the categories we covered today, Best Original Screenplay and Best Adapted Screenplay. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Who do you think is going to win? Who are you confident, 100% confident in, that is going to get nominated? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And like I said at the top of this video, let me know if you guys like that I do these nominations now in separate videos. I take some categories and I put them in a video by themselves. Or do you like the format where I just talk about them once a month? I give you guys my updated predictions on the upcoming Oscars, where I include all of the categories. So let me know your thoughts on that format down below as well. That will help me out, and that will shape the future of the Oscar segment as well. So with that being said, guys, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to have you guys join us on our journey. Share this channel to anybody who loves entertainment content, who loves the Oscars. We cover a lot of the Oscar stuff here, and we also go back and revisit some of the Oscars, and I would say who I would give the Oscar to. You can check out those videos as well. The link for those are all going to be in the description. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, night, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I'll catch you then.